started on a little bit of a delay here. We're still waiting on umpires. It is 4 o'clock. Game time is scheduled for now. We'll keep you updated. Teams are outside the dugouts, helmets on. We look like the teams are about ready to play. Once again, waiting on the umpires to take the field and have the plate meeting, and we will get started here with Prattville Lions varsity season opener down here in Mobile. Back in a minute. Shortly. Game time should be in about 3 to 5 minutes. All right, everyone, plate meeting is almost complete. We'll get started with the broadcast here in just another minute or two. Coaches shake hands at the plate, and we're ready for Prattville Lions Varsity Baseball 2023 edition. Prattville Lions starting off down here in Mobile in the Hank Aaron Classic with 4 games between Friday and Saturday. We got 2 tonight. First one versus the Davidson Warriors. Prattville will bat first, being the visiting team. Second game tonight will be versus Spanish Fort Toros. That game's going to start at 6:30. We'll bring both of those games to you here on Prattville Alive tonight. So game 1, just to give you a little bit of background, it's windy and it is cold here, and would it be early season Prattville Lions baseball without some wind and some cold weather? We just went from some 70s and practiced for several weeks in really nice weather, and of course it gets cold here on game 1, but we're down here close to the beach, so we cannot complain. Your Prattville Lions starting off this season, coming off a great 2022 season, a senior-heavy, senior-led team that went 28-6 overall on the season, won an Area 3 championship, and got knocked out in the first round against a very tough draw with the Auburn Tigers. A great team, and you're looking at 6 to 7 of your everyday starters on that team. We're all seniors. They're all graduated, and they've moved on. So this 2023 team, we're calling the youth movement. You're going to see a lot of new faces. Your Prattville Lions varsity team has 1 returning starter from last year, so going to be a lot of new faces getting experience starting here tonight as they face off against the Davidson Warriors. The Warriors, to be honest, they're a 7A team, but just a team with not a lot of experience. In Prattville, you don't take any opponent for granted, but this is really an ideal kind of warm-up game where you expect the Lions to come away with a victory and get some experience, provided they take care of business. So let's go ahead and jump into the lineups. We'll talk to you about some of the players to watch and some of the program history. But before Prattville comes to the plate here, let's go ahead and start the night with your Holly Dental lineup. Holly Dental, come for the dentistry, stay for the experience. Leading off tonight for the Lions will be Tanner Vance, senior. Starting at second base, batting second will be Drew Jolly, senior, at shortstop. Batting third tonight will be Mason Piper at third base. Batting cleanup will be Landon Summerall, junior, at first base. Batting fifth will be Clayton Smith in center field. Batting sixth will be junior Parker Dick, catching. Batting seventh, Zach Irvey. He'll be your starting pitcher tonight, a junior transfer, new face here for Prattville. Batting eighth will be junior Andrew Hicks, starting out in right field. And batting ninth will be junior Jack Studdard, out in left field. Tanner Vance is moved over from the on-deck circle, and he's about to make his way over here to the plate. The Davidson Warriors, a little bit of program history. This is a team that does have a couple state championships in their past in the 4A division. Going back quite a ways, it was 1979 and 1980 since this team has had that type of success. They have one player that we want to kind of feature and player to watch tonight, Bryce Fick. He is a class of 2023 left-handed pitcher and outfielder, and he's also the starting quarterback for the Davidson Warriors. He's uncommitted at this time, but last season batted .435 with 14 doubles, 3 triples, and a home run and 27 stolen bases. So we'll keep an eye on him tonight. Tanner Vance digs into the box, facing a lefty pitcher here, and the first pitch is on its way. Fastball outside, swung on by Vance and fouled straight back. Going on the mound tonight is Turner. As I mentioned, he is a lefty. I don't have his class. Probably about 5'11", pretty stocky young man, and he's working from the hard third base side of the rubber. 0-1 count to Vance. Second pitch is on its way. Hit right back up the middle. That's going to get through out into center field, and Vance rounds first base for a leadoff single. So good way to start the season with base runners. That's going to bring right-handed hitter, senior, shortstop Drew Jolly to the plate for the Lions. Jolly digs that right foot into the back of the box on the chalk. Turner toes the rubber, getting the call. Comes set to the plate. Jolly gets underneath that one, fouls that one off. It's high, but that's playable, and the catcher is going to make the catch down about 30, 40 feet down the baseline, and that's going to be one away for the Lions. Jolly got underneath that, flared it up in foul territory, but the catcher made his way down there and was able to get underneath it. So one away with a runner on first. And as I mentioned, the youth movement here, third baseman, sophomore, left-handed hitter Mason Piper getting the start tonight here in game one, his first varsity start. Turner toes the rubber, comes to the plate. That ball is low, down below the knees. Piper leaves it down there. Ball one. We're playing tonight on campus here at Spanish Fort. Really, really nice field, beautiful facility. Sun's out, just dealing with the breeze. It's 350 to straightaway center, and it's 320 to the left field pole and 310 to the right field pole. Turner toes the rubber, comes to the plate. Vance is on the run. Throw down. That ball's going to get out into center field. Vance is going to try to take third here. Fick throws it, but throws it into the dugout, and Vance is going to advance home. Lions lead 1-0. Tanner got a great jump. Pretty much had that base stolen. The catcher threw it down, but the ball got on the shortstop side of the bag, and the shortstop just couldn't handle it, and it got out into center field. Vance popped back up after the slide, got a great jump, headed to third. Center fielder Fick threw it into the third base dugout, and Vance came home. The Lions lead 1-0. 2-0 count to Piper. Turner's gone to the windup now with no runners on and comes to the plate. Piper takes a big cut at that 2-0 pitch, saw something that he liked, swung through it. Count's going to go 2-1. Two-one count. Turner working again from the windup, comes to the plate. Comes inside. Piper swung through that one as well. That got in there on his hands. Looked like he was a little bit out in front of that. Count's going to go to 2-2. Piper with an open stance here in the 2-2 count. Turner on that hard left-hand side of the rubber. Getting the signal, taking his time. Piper calls timeout wisely there. Don't want to get locked into the box. Again, Piper throws righty, bats left-handed. This young man can really swing the bat, gap to gap, line drive kind of hitter, and also can produce some power. Pitch is on the way. He fouls that fastball off. Pretty much straight back, and count's going to remain 2-2. Turner's re-toed the rubber. He's set, and Piper's going to take another timeout. Turner's taking a lot of time here. Just trying to slow Piper down. Piper wisely not letting him affect his approach. Breaking ball, that one's high. Count's going to go full. Kind of a slider. Loopy stayed up right at the letters. Good eye there by Piper. Really kind of center cut the plate, but it was high. Next pitch on the way. Fouled straight back and out of play by Piper, so count's going to remain 3-2. One out. Lions are leading 1-0. Top of the first inning. Three-hole hitter Mason Piper. Sophomore getting his first start of the season. Faces a full count. Turner comes to the plate. That ball's hit into the four-hole. Second baseman makes a slide and play, throws over to first, but it's not going to be in time. Piper beats it out, and Lions have another base runner. Mason didn't get all that. Not sharply hit, but got over there deep into the four-hole. The first baseman went to cover the bag. Second baseman had to make a rangy play, slid on his knees, got to the ball, but by the time he flipped it over there, Mason had beaten it out. So that's going to bring junior first baseman Landon Summerall, batting from the right-hand side, up. 0-0 count. Turner goes back into the stretch, comes to the plate with a fastball right above the knees, a little bit inside, and Summerall takes that. Count goes 0-1. Piper adding to his lead over there at first. Turner throws over. Piper slides back in safely, no problem. Hops up, dusts himself off, retakes his lead. Turner now working from the center of the rubber, and the stretch comes to the plate with the slider in there for strike 2. That's a nice pitch. Started outside the plate, kind of worked back in, inside third. Summerall didn't offer it that. 0-2 count. Piper stretches his lead out a little bit over there at first. Turner's going to take a look, take his time, comes to the plate. Piper's gone. Summerall swings on it and fouls it out of play. So count will remain 0-2. Piper will reset back over at first. 1 away. Top of the first. Lions lead 1-0. Wind is blowing here. If we could get rid of this wind, it would not be too bad sitting out here, but it's chilly. Turner comes to the plate. Summerall swings through that. Ball's high and outside. Strike 3. Landon offered at it and just didn't quite catch up to it. So that'll be 2 away for the Lions. That's going to be the 5-hole hitter, Clayton Smith, senior, starting in center field tonight, number 18. Clayton Smith coming to the plate. The flags are whipping out there at the 350 right straightaway center, and they're changing direction, so you can really tell the wind is swirling. It was just blowing to my right. Now it's blowing to my left. First pitch to right-handed hitter Clayton Smith. He swings through that inside third of the plate. Pitch. Didn't get a piece of it. Strike 1. Piper extends his lead a little bit over there on first. Turner's going to take a look. Comes to the plate. Smith fouls that second pitch off over the first base side dugout. Finds himself in an 0-2 count here. So Turner's been working around the plate. He's been in the zone. Does not throw the ball extremely hard, but he's been effective. Tried to backdoor a slider there. It just missed outside. Had some nice movement on it. Just didn't get back over the plate. Count's going to go 1-2 to right-handed hitter Smith. Piper stretches his lead out over there. It's a good time, good opportunity to run. Turner knows that, throws over. Piper slides back in safely. Piper resets, gets right back out there, stretches it out. He's gone. Turner comes to the plate high. Another throw down. That ball landed about 10 feet behind the mound and just kind of rolled out there to second base. So Piper's in there pretty easily with his first stolen base of the season. So runner in scoring position, counts 2-2 to senior right-handed hitter Clayton Smith. Be nice to drive in another run here. Catcher's in his secondary. Ball comes inside and low. Catcher does a nice job keeping that in front of him. Slid down to his knees, blocked it up. Or Piper would have easily been at third. Now all of a sudden the count is full to Clayton Smith. So we got a full count to Clayton Smith with 2 outs and a runner in scoring position. Smith steps back into the box. Big pitch here. Turner working from the stretch. Dead center of the rubber. Takes his call, comes set. Checks Piper out, comes to the plate. Fastball away. That was probably a ball. Smith didn't want to take a chance. Good idea, and just got his bat out there and flipped that out of play. Foul over the first base dugout. So counter remained full. Piper will reset back at second base. I'm sure you can hear that wind whipping around. The sun is bright and shining here. Turner comes set, checks Piper, comes to the plate. Inside and low. Down below Smith's knees. He takes that for ball 4. So runners on first and second for the Lions. And that's going to bring 6-hole junior catcher, number 2, Parker Dick, up to the plate. Batting from the right-hand side. Turner, of course, we're staying in the stretch. Checking Piper at second. Comes to the plate. Fastball down around the knees. Strike one. Dick didn't offer there. Count goes to 0-1. 2 away. Runners on first and second for the Lions. Pitch outside around the knees. Caught enough of the plate. Strike two. Parker Dick did not offer there. That plate caught just enough of the plate. Strike two. Right down around the knees. So Parker Dick in an 0-2 count. Runners on first and second. 2 outs. Top of the first inning. Lions lead 1-0. Turner continues to take his time. Parker Dick took a timeout. Slides out of the box and resets. Oh, 2 count. Turner comes set. Picks back to second. Piper slides in there. No problem. It's one of those things not really recommended there. You got 2 outs as a pitcher. You got 2 away. You got two strikes on the hitter. Really like your pitchers to come to the plate. But he elected to pick. Takes 2 looks back there to Piper and comes to the plate high and inside. Now, that ball was above the letters, right in there on Parker Dick's chest. So count goes to 1-2. Turner comes set. 2 looks to the plate. Swung on to the chopper to down the third base line, but it goes foul. So count will stay at 1-2, and everyone will reset. Turner comes set. Takes again back to second base. Piper gets back in, standing up. Turner very much worried about the runners here with 2 outs. Lions are really looking for a hit here. Not really looking to run. The hit's going to score the run, and Turner picks back again. Actually used an inside move there. Didn't throw, but again, trying to keep Piper tight. Runners on first and second take their lead. Middle infield's working. Turner comes set. 1 look back and comes to the plate. That pitch is way outside and up. Count's going to go 2-2. Turner comes set. Inside, up at the hands. And it looks like we actually had a full count. Scoreboard said 2-2. But Parker Dick takes his base with a walk there. Now the Lions have the bases loaded. So 3 on. Lions leading 1-0 with 2 outs. Junior Zach Irby, transfer into Prattville this year from the Atlanta area, comes to the plate. He's batting from the right-hand side. Pitches high and outside, just under the letters. Catcher caught it right outside his right shoulder and up by his mask. Count goes 1-0. Turner working a little bit quicker now. Comes to the plate. Similar spot. Got the call that time, a little more around the belt. 1-1 count to the right-handed hitter, Irby Jr., who will be starting on the mound for the Lions here in the season opener. 1-1 count. Turner now working much quicker, and that ball's hit hard out to the right fielder. He's turned. He's on the run, but makes the play. So Zach got a lot of that ball and hit it hard right out to the right fielder. He turned. You can see his numbers. He was running, but he was able to make that catch over his left-hand shoulder, or Irby would have been running for a long time. So the Lions score 1 here in the top of the first, lead 1-0. We'll be back with the bottom of the second inning here in just a moment. lead off. Zach Irby, right-handed junior on the mound for the Lions, throws first pitch fastball, caught inside third of the plate to the righty Fick. Strike one. Irby working from the stretch, from the hard first base side of the rubber. Comes with another fastball that's fouled off, out of play down the left-hand side. Count's going to go to 0-2. Quick 2 strikes to Fick. Good start there for Irby. We'll work around the diamond again here for the Lions to remind you where everyone is, but Irby's working quick, comes to the plate, swung through for a strikeout. So great start there by Irby. 3 pitches and a K. So working around the diamond again. You got Zach Irby starting on the mound, junior Parker Dick at catcher, junior Landon Summerall at first base, senior Tanner Vance at second, senior Drew Jolly at shortstop, and sophomore Mason Piper at third. Irby working quick, comes with a breaking ball over the plate to the third baseman Hetzman. Looked like that was a strike from here. I did not see the umpire's call, so we're going to go with 0-1-0. Now correct it if it was wrong. Irby working fast, hits a ground ball up the middle. Jolly's going to field it behind second, shoots it over there to Summerall at first, and a quick 2 outs in 5 pitches for Irby. That ball was hit right back up the middle. Jolly worked behind second base, fielded it clean, shot it over to Summerall, and the Lions have a quick 2 outs. Nice 6-3 put out there by the senior shortstop. Irby, very good start here. 5 pitches, can't do much better than that. And he's already comes to the plate to the 3-hole. Piper, the catcher for the Warriors, number 28, batting from the right-hand side. First pitch was up. Counts 0-1. Irby works with that right hand kind of dangling there. Comes set and comes to the plate. Fastball. Outside, missed away right around the knees. Count should be 2-0. The scoreboard's not quite keeping up with me here. Or keeping up with Zach, better yet. He comes set, working from that hard first base side. Comes to the plate. That ball's fouled straight back by Piper. 0-2. Quick work. I like Irby's tempo. This junior works fast here based on what we're seeing in his first outing as a Prattville Lion. Piper's a big kid, big right-hander. Starts with a little bit of an open stance. Irby comes to the plate. Just up around the letters. Missed high. Irby working from the stretch despite no runners being on. Comes set, low set, down around the belt, comes to the plate. Right at the knee, strike 3. Well, maybe not. Getting a check here of the count. Irby comes to the plate. Pitches upstairs. And that's going to be ball 4. That last fastball was right there at the knees. Did not get the call there. That pitch right there was a fastball up just above the letters. So that's going to be a ball 4. Base on balls there for the Warriors and Piper. So the Warriors have a runner on with 2 outs. And that's going to bring their 4-hole. Piper, first baseman. These young men may be brothers. Number 35, first baseman, also starts with an open stance here. Pretty big kid, about 6'1", 6'2", probably goes about 215. Stalky. First pitch misses outside. Pinch runner for the Warriors. Irby throws over. He was taking a big lead. Just gets back. Big lead again for the pinch runner for the Warriors. Irby takes a look over. Comes to the plate. That ball's hit hard, but foul, way out of play. Ball's hit a mile high. Out there into left field. Outside the field of play, so everybody will reset. 1-1 count. Irby working to the 4-hole Piper after a 5 pitches and 2 quick outs. Now the Warriors have a runner on first. 2 away, 4-hole. First baseman up. Irby shoots it over. Base runner gets back. Slides into the back of the bag, and he quickly resets. Irby comes set. Picks again. Oh! Very close. Called him safe. As bang bang, Summerall put the tag right on the 2 on that young man's jersey. Right as he was sliding in, he was called safe. It was bang bang up there. Irby working from the stretch. Comes set at the belt. Fastball misses just outside. Parker Dick does a nice job keeping that in front of him. Slides to his right. Blocks it up. Holds that runner at first. Two-one count. Irby checks the runner. Comes set. Parker Dick set up outside. That pitch a little bit inside, but he got the call. Right down around the knees. Count should be 2-2. Irby comes set, not working quite as quick as he did at the beginning of the game. Great off-speed pitch there. Piper swung through it. Strike 3. So nice inning of work there from Zach Irby. And we'll be back with the top of the second inning and more Prattville Lions baseball in just a moment. This inning will be brought to you by Stivers, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram, one of our champion-level sponsors. We'd certainly like to thank our sponsors. That first inning was brought to you by Holly Dental Group. Come for the dentistry, stay for the experience. The second inning is going to be brought to you by Stivers. Andrew Hicks came to the plate there as we got started. Hit the second pitch right back up the middle, right behind second base. The ball was fielded by the second baseman, but Hicks beat it out for an infield single. That's going to bring 9-hole hitter Jack Studdard, Jr., left fielder, to the plate. Tanner Vance will be up next. Those are your 3 due up for the Lions. Turner working in his second inning. I don't have a pitch count. They're not keeping it on the scoreboard. First pitch missed about belt high and away. Turner's working from the center of the rubber. Hicks has a pretty good lead. Studdard fouls that one off deep down the right-hand side and out of play. So Lions start out second inning in a row with a runner on and no outs. Loaded the bases in the first inning, but only end up able to produce 1 run out of that. This young Lions team is going to need to be able to really take advantage of runners on this season. One of the big differences, and we'll just talk about that more tonight as this broadcast goes on, is that team last year was deep, 1 through 9 as far as hitting, and really had a lot of power. This team's going to look different, more of a gap-to-gap, younger type team that can really run. So it's definitely a feature of this team is there's a lot of speed, and so they're going to need to be able to take advantage when they get base runners like they did in the last inning, especially against strong opponents. Turner throws over. Again, Hicks gets back easily, standing up. We'll get a count on Studdard here in just a second. Junior Jack Studdard batting from the right-hand side. Turner picks again over there, trying to hold Hicks tight. He's not got a big lead. He's able just to step back to the bag. He's not even having to slide, so he doesn't have a big lead, and that's to the lefty Turner's satisfaction. Turner comes to the plate. Studdard squares up to bunt, but bunts it foul down the third base line. So I believe that makes the count 1-2. We'll double check that here. Scoreboard, they are not putting the count up anymore. Looks like 2-2 from the umpire. Turner comes to the plate. Way outside, so that's going to put the count full. So Lions, top of the second. No outs. Junior Andrew Hicks on first base. Junior Jack Studdard has a full count here. Catcher sets up on the outside. Hicks goes. That ball's hit hard into the 6 hole and out into left field. And the Lions are going to have runners on first and second. Nice swing there by Studdard. It was a line drive. Landed just into the grass outside of the dirt. Rolled straight out there to the left fielder. Moved Hicks over. And the Lions are in business here as they flip the order back to the top. 2 hits in a row from 2 juniors. Nice start for them, and that brings senior Tanner Vance up. He had a single in his first at bat. So let's see if the Lions can keep it going here as we flip the order back to the top. Turner toes the rubber. He's back working from the hard third base side of the rubber, and he's in the stretch. Checks Hicks over there at second. Vance squares up the bunt, a nice bunt over there to that side of the mound, and that pushes the runners over to second and third. So nice sack bunt there by Vance to move Hicks and Studdard over to second and third, and that's going to bring the senior Drew Jolly up. He fouled out down the first base line in his first at bat. Looking to hit something on the right-hand side. Anything hard here and score both of these runs. Turner comes to the plate. Down around the knees, gets the strike. Count goes 0-1 to Jolly. Nice moment here for the Lions. Again, another opportunity. Not had a problem getting base runners on so far at the start of this game. Breaking ball. Tried to backdoor that. Came just above the belt and missed. Didn't get back in over the plate. Count goes 1-1 to Jolly. Turner goes back to the stretch with the runners on second and third. Comes to the plate with a fastball. Jolly fouls it. Actually, it stays in play. He hit it, capped it, hit it off the end of the bat, but that's going to score a run. Just a slow roller right down to the first baseman, or first base line. The pitcher made a play about 75 feet down the baseline and took the sure out, or the only out really he had there. But it does score a run. So 2 outs now for the Lions. Studdard on third base, and that brings Piper up. Piper had a single his first at bat. Breaking ball, misses high. 0-1 count to the sophomore Piper. 2 away, Lions leading 2-0 now here in the top of the second. Turner working from the stretch, comes to the plate. Piper swings through that one. Count goes 1-1. Piper batting from the left-hand side. Mason, the sophomore, he gets everything out of every swing. Turner came to the plate, missed outside. That should bring the count to 2-1. Turner in the stretch again. Lions have a runner on third. Inside. Piper swings through that one. 2-2 count. Mason's a sophomore, but he's a big kid. He's 6'2", 6'3", can really hit the baseball when he gets the barrel to it. He got a piece of that one, but he's going to foul it out of play over the third base dugout. Count will stay at 2-2. So once again, the Lions, they had 4 base runners in the first inning. And we've had multiple base runners again here in this inning. 2 runs to show for it so far. We'd certainly like to produce more out of these opportunities. Turner comes to the plate, 2-2 count. That one's up by Piper's chin. He leaves it up there. Count goes full. So full count to third baseman, sophomore Mason Piper. Runner on third. 2 outs here in the top of the second. Turner comes to the plate. That ball misses. Catcher slides out there to block it up, and count was full, so that's ball 4. So Piper will take his walk. Runners on the corners for the Lions, with junior Landon Summerall coming to the plate. Summerall digs in. Piper stretches his lead out. Turner goes into the stretch. Takes a look, second look over there at Piper. Long look, comes to the plate. Summerall hits a ground ball straight to the shortstop. He's going to go over to first. Throw over is caught. 6-3 put out, and that's going to retire the side. But not before the Lions add another run. Lions lead 2-0 after 1.5. We'll be back with the bottom of the second. More Prattville Lions baseball here in a minute. Knight is up to bat for the Warriors. There's some discussion with the Warriors head coach and the field umpire. So Parker Dick goes out to talk to Irby. Plate umpire walks over, and there's a discussion about 45 feet down the first baseline with the Warriors coach. They break. Field umpire and the coach are still talking as they walk back over towards first base. Looks like everybody's going to reset here, and we'll get back to baseball. Irby working from the hard first base side of the rubber. Junior, right-handed pitcher, comes set to the plate. Fastball outside. That ball's hit high out into right field. Lions right fielder makes the play on the run there. Andrew Hicks working to his left, about 10 to 15 feet to his left. Makes the play, 2 away on that F9 putout. So Warriors with a runner on first, 2 outs. Spivey, the shortstop, number 10, lean right-handed hitter, comes to the plate. Irby comes in with an inside fastball right in there at the belt. I believe that missed just inside. Spivey resets with a hands high. Irby flips the ball over to first. Pinch runner slides back in pretty easily. Irby just trying to keep him honest, really just flipped the ball over there. Irby comes to the plate. That ball's hit straight up and out of play, straight back. Irby quickly gets back to the mound. Toes the rubber, working from the stretch. Checks the runner. Comes set to the plate. Just outside. Actually caught some of the plate. Caught enough of the plate and got the strike there. Count should be 1-2. Right about belt high. Got the call. Irby comes set to the plate. Ball's just up. 2-2 count. 2 outs. Nice start here for the junior. Zach Irby. Pinch runner's got not much of a lead over there. Irby throws over. Slides back in safely. Again, Irby works quick. He's got a nice tempo, which really works well with the defense. Keeps them on their toes. Breaking ball. Great pitch right there. Swung through by Spivey. Strike 3. So very nice start for Irby. Retires the side there. And we'll be back with the top of the 3rd inning, and your Lions leading 2-0 here at the Hank Aaron Classic in Mobile. Environmental. Call Wayne's for all your pest and lawn care needs. Visit us online at callwaynes.com. Lions top of the third. They'll send 5-hole Clayton Smith, 6-hole Parker Dick, and 7-hole Zach Irby to the plate here in this inning. First pitch in there to Smith. Turner comes to the plate for the second pitch. That ball's hit right at the shortstop. A one-hopper. He fields it clean on the hop. Shoots it across for a 6-3 put out. 1 down. So Turner, for the Warriors, through 2 innings of work, he's given up 4 hits, 1 strikeout, and 3 walks. 2 runs to the Lions. So 1 away for the Lions. Junior Parker Dick, he walked in his first at bat. Comes to the plate, pitch way outside, fastball. Count goes 1-0. Turner working from the stretch with no runners on, comes to the plate. That one misses in about the same spot. Count goes 2-0. So Parker Dick now on the fastball. He can drive right here. Turner brings it in there. Bell high, about inside third of the plate. Parker did not offer there. Count goes 2-1. Junior catcher batting from the right-hand side. Parker Dick. Turner comes to the plate. That one's low, inside, just above the ankles. Sends the count to 3-1. Hitter's count right here for the junior. Turner has walked 3 so far in the first 2 innings. That's a fastball outside. Parker Dick swings just underneath it and fouls it straight back, so count's going to go full. Turner's a lefty for the Warriors. He's a fairly stocky kid. Like I said, probably about 5'11". Velo is somewhere around mid to low 70s on that fastball. Full count to Parker Dick with 1 away. Lions leading 2-0, top of the third. Turner comes to the plate. Parker Dick hits that one hard to the left center gap. Center fielder and left fielder running, and the center fielder is going to make the play. About waist high as he's running into the left center gap. 2 away after that F8 put out. So it's the first inning that the Lions did not have the leadoff hitter on base. 2 away now for the Lions. Pitcher, junior Zach Irby, comes to the plate, batting from the right-hand side. Pitch right around the knees, outside third of the plate, strike 1. Turner working from the stretch, comes to the plate. Hit hard, out into center field, line drive. Zach Irby's going to round first base and take a single. Nice swing right there. Gives the Lions a chance here with 2 away. That's going to bring junior right fielder Andrew Hicks to the plate. He had a single in his first at bat. Turner's going to check the runner, comes to the plate. Fastball outside, about bell high. Called enough of the plate. Umpire called strike 1. I'm pretty sure we have a pinch runner over there for Irby at first. Lions are wearing their white jerseys tonight. White on white. I like to call them the Stormtrooper uniforms. They look great, but it's hard to see the numbers from the grandstands because the numbers are in white on these white jerseys, and they're outlined in red, so they can be difficult to see. Pick over to first. The runner is in a rundown. Tries to slide in there, but gets caught. Tagged out. So that'll bring Hicks back up in the next inning to restart his at bat. And we're going to flip the field. So after 2.5, Lions lead 2-0. We'll be back with the bottom of the third here in a minute. We're back, bottom of the third inning. The Warriors send 9 1 and 2 hitters to the plate this inning. First pitch in there by Irby. Hitter swings through it. Right-handed hitter, the second baseman, Scott. He probably goes about 5'6", 150, smaller guy. Batting in the 9 hole here for the Warriors. Swings through that second pitch, a breaking ball. It quickly goes 0-2. So Irby gets another quick start here in the top of the third. This junior's been very effective in his first outing here for the Varsity Lions so far. Comes set to the plate. Right outside, strike 3. 3 pitches, 3 strikes, 1 away. It's third inning again, being brought to you by Wayne's Environmental. Call Wayne's for all your pest and lawn care needs. Visit us online at callwaynes.com. And the Warriors flip back to the top of the order. Bryce Fick, kind of like their feature player. He's their center fielder on the baseball team. He's their starting quarterback on the football team, a senior. Center fielder, he swung through the first pitch. Count goes to 0-1. Irby's filling it up. That one just missed outside and right around the knees. Counts 1-1. Irby doing a nice job attacking the hitters. Comes to the plate. Fastball, it's hit straight up. Behind the plate, out of play. Count will go 1-2. So the senior leadoff, Fick, faces a 1-2 count here in the bottom of the third inning. Batting from the right-hand side, Irby comes set, works from the stretch, comes to the plate, just up above the letters and inside. Count will go 2-2. So Irby stays in the stretch even when there's no runners on. Hadn't seen him in the windup yet, but been very effective. Breaking ball hit straight up, out of play, over the third base dugout. Count will stay 2-2. Everybody resets. Big steps back in the box. Umpire says play ball. Irby waits no time. Comes set to the plate. That ball's hit straight up. Irby may be able to make a play here. Actually, no, it's foul. About 25 feet down the first baseline. Parker Dick camps out underneath it. Just out of play. Makes the catch and the out. 2 up, 2 down. Here in the bottom of the third, and that's going to bring third baseman number 33, Hetzman, to the plate. He hit into a 6-3 in his first time up in the first inning. His second time at the plate here in the bottom of the third. Irby comes to plate. Fastball misses outside. 1-0 to Hetzman. Pretty good size third baseman here for the Warriors, batting from the right-hand side. Starts with an open stance. Irby misses outside again. 2-0 count to Hetzman. And Coach Hall going to come out here and talk to his junior pitcher. Sure, just to reset with him here real quick. Got a 2-0 lead, 2 outs. Keep doing what you're doing, filling it up, and let your defense play right now, as the Warriors have not demonstrated any real ability as of yet to really hit Irby hard. Parker Dick was also at the mound. He just came back, took his spot. Irby comes set. Hetzman's back in the box. And he comes to the plate. That one's fouled off straight back as well, and out of play. 2-2 count. To the 2-hole third baseman, Hetzman. Irby working quick, as all night. Comes to the plate. That ball's hit straight up. Looks like that was out of play on the first base side. Count will remain at 2-2. Some of the crowd that traveled here from Prattville on the first base side had a moment there. Some of them were bundled up down here, and people were trying to figure out how to get their hands out of these blankets and other things they have on to either catch or get out of the way of that foul ball. So Hetzman's fouled several off here, so the umpire is getting refilled here with baseballs, and we're ready to play. Hetzman steps back in. Irby's towed the rubber. Gets the signal from Parker Dick. Irby comes setting to the plate. Fastball hit hard in the gap down, not into left field. That'll be a single for Hetzman. So nice at bat there by Hetzman. Fouled a lot of stuff off, got to something that he could drive. Hit a line drive through the 6-hole. Right there into left field to Studdard. And the Warriors have a runner. That's going to bring the 3-hole catcher, one of the 2 Pipers on this team, up to bat. He walked his last time up. Again, this is a pretty big kid, wearing number 28. Starts with an open stance, and again, he's probably about 6'1", 6'2", pretty big kid. He hits that ball hard out into right field. Hicks is on the run, and that ball one-hops the warning track. Hicks fields it on the one-hop, throws it to Vance on the cut, and the Warriors have runners on second and third. That ball was hit pretty hard, about 15 yards inside the right field line. Hicks fielded it on a one-hop on the run right at the warning track. And the Warriors now in business with runners on second and third. So they've gotten 2 hits here with 2 outs. And that's going to bring up the other Piper, number 35. Also a pretty big kid. They're 4-hole first baseman. Irby comes to the plate. Center cuts it. Piper doesn't offer, strike 1. So big moment here for the Lions, protecting a 2-0 lead here with 2 outs. Irby comes set to the plate. Swung through by Piper. Irby attacking right here. 2 pitches just coming right at the 4-hole for the Warriors. 0-2 count. Big pitch right here early in this game. Irby comes to the plate. Piper swung through it. Strike three. Nice work there by Irby to work his way out of a little bit of a jam. And the Lions lead 2-0 after three. We'll be back with the top of the fourth and more Prattville Lions baseball here in a minute.
For well over 50 years, the river region has depended on Arrow Pest Control, which has grown to be one of the largest and most respected pest control science leaders in the area. Pest control is a science that eliminates pests that invade and potentially damage your property. They use only the top-rated pest control products, including the Centricon Termite Colony Elimination System. Arrow Pest Control was built on customer service and satisfaction, and that's still number one today. Call us, 334-365-4610, and find out about mosquito control. Arrow, your best shot for pest control.
Give me some U.S. farm-raised catfish. Give me some U.S. farm-raised catfish.
I only use U.S. farm-raised catfish.
We've been selling U.S. farm-raised catfish since 1978.
They do have a choice for a good, wholesome, safe fish. We know it's a good product.
Ask for U.S. farm-raised catfish, only the finest, freshest, tastiest. You can taste the difference.
From our farm to your table, your family deserves the best. U.S. farm-raised catfish. Don't throw away your money, especially on replacement auto parts. In most cases, aftermarket parts are just as good and a heck of a lot cheaper than factory parts. D&J Auto Parts in Prattville is all hooked up with Auto Plus, a nationwide leader in the automotive aftermarket. Don't you dare go to another parts store before...
Classic down here in Mobile. The Lions send hitters 8, 9, and 1 to the plate here this inning. Hicks is in the box. First pitch. Catches enough of the outside part of the plate, right about bell high. Hicks doesn't offer. Called strike one by the umpire. Hicks had a single his first time up. Continuing his at-bat from the last inning where we got caught in a steal. Hicks just took a fastball right below the numbers there on his jersey. So a hit by pitch puts another Prattville lead-off runner on. So third time in 4 innings now, the Lions have a lead-off runner on. That's at least our 6th, maybe 7th base runner. We've been able to produce 2 runs out of it so far. So a little bit of a story here. Let's see if the Lions can take advantage of all these base runners that they've been able to put on. Jack Studdard, right-handed junior, started in left field tonight, batting 9 here for the Lions. He had a single his first time up. So these two had back-to-back hits in the second inning. See if they can put something together here again. Turner picked. Hicks got back easily, didn't have to slide, just stepped back over to the bag. Hicks does not have a big lead, but Turner very focused on managing runners. Catcher slides to the outside of the plate. Turner just flips one over there to first. Hicks does have to slide back belly first this time. You see it extended his lead a little bit. So Turner works from the stretch from the hard third base side of the rubber. Takes a look at Hicks as he comes set. Comes to the plate. Studdard swings through that one. Gets just a little bit of it. Fouled it off straight back. The scoreboard says 1-1 count. Hicks stretches his lead out a little bit. Catcher's in his secondary. Studdard swings through another one. Count goes to 1-2. Lions have 5 hits so far through the first 3 innings and 3 walks. Turner throws over to first. So again, with 5 hits and 3 walks, the Lions have had base runners, just have not been able to put the hits together to bring them home. Hicks takes off. Studdard hits that one high, just out of play down the right field line. It's going to get down, and Hicks will reset. Hicks had a nice jump there. Studdard hit that one foul and out of play down the right-hand side. top of the fourth inning. Lions leading 2-0. No outs. 9-hole left fielder, junior, Jack Studdard at the plate in a 1-2 count. Catcher's in his secondary, set up outside, but the pitch comes inside. Fouled off. Trying to get the call there. We'll get you up to speed. Catcher's in the secondary again. Pitch misses outside. Counts 2-2. Hicks stretches his lead out a little bit. Turner working from the stretch. Comes set. And to the plate. Pitches up. Should make the count full to Studdard. Yeah, so full count, no outs. Lions have a runner on first. Top of the fourth inning, leading 2-0. Turner working from the stretch. Lefty pitcher for the Warriors. He's gone the whole way so far. Studdard swings through an outside fastball. Strike 3. That's going to flip the order back to the top. Senior second baseman Tanner Vance comes to the plate. His first 2 plate appearances, he's got a single and a sacrifice bunt to move that duo who just came to the plate over to second and third in the second inning. Vance, right-handed hitter. Fastball inside, right about belt high. Vance doesn't offer, strike 1. Sun going down here. Catcher in his secondary. Turner flips it over to first. Just trying to keep Hicks tight over there. 0-1 count, Tanner Vance. Catcher in his secondary, set up outside, pitch misses up and away. Count goes to 1-1. Hicks adds to his lead a little bit here. In this 1-1 count, Turner comes set, takes a long look over there at first, takes a second look and comes to the plate. Vance swings through that pitch. Count's going to go 1-2. Turner's gotten, the Warriors lefty's gotten hit around a little bit here. We've been able to keep the score down. Not throwing the ball that hard, and you're seeing the Lions swing through a lot of pitches there early. Turner comes to the plate, and Vance is actually a little bit late on that one. He hits it hard down the right field line, but out of play. So 1 away, 1-2 count to the senior leadoff, Tanner Vance. Turner takes a long look at first, comes to the plate. Swung through by Vance, strike 3. So third out of 4 innings where the Lions have had a leadoff runner. Hicks still on first, and the senior Drew Jolly comes to the plate. This is his 3rd plate appearance. He fouled out in the first and hit into a 1-3 put out in the second. First pitch is up and away. 1-0 count to Jolly. Right-handed hitter, starting with a slightly open stance. Senior shortstop. Turner flips it over to first again. He's just flipping it over there again, just checking Hicks, making him work a little bit. Hicks has extended his lead now, so he's not able to just step back over to the bag. He's actually sliding in. He throws another one over, and he's got Hicks in a rundown. Shoots it over to second. Hicks slides in, but they get him. So that's a second runner caught stealing for the Lions in the last 2 innings for our 3rd out to put us out of an inning. So Lions leading 2-0 after 3.5. We'll be back with the bottom of the 4th and more Prattville Lions baseball here in a minute.
For well over 50 years, the River region has depended on Arrow Pest Control, which has grown to be one of the largest and most respected pest control science leaders in the area. Pest control is a science that eliminates pests that invade and potentially damage your property. They use only the top-rated pest control products, including the Centricon termite colony elimination system. Arrow Pest Control was built on customer service and satisfaction, and that's still number one today. Call us 334-365-4610 and find out about mosquito control. Arrow, your best shot for pest control.
Give me some U.S. farm-raised catfish. Give me some U.S. farm-raised catfish.
I only use U.S. farm-raised catfish.
We've been selling U.S. farm-raised catfish since 1978.
You do have a choice for a good, wholesome, safe fish. We know it's a good product.
Ask for U.S. farm-raised catfish, only the finest, freshest, tastiest. You can taste the difference.
From our farm to your table, your family deserves the best. U.S. farm-raised catfish. Don't throw away your money, especially on replacement auto parts. In most cases, aftermarket parts are just as good and a heck of a lot cheaper than factory parts. D&J Auto Parts in Prattville is all hooked up.
The Davidson Warriors will send their 5, 6, 7 hitters to the plate. This inning, Zach Irvy starts with a fastball. Looks like that one missed just low and outside. Count goes 1-0 to the 5-hole hitter left fielder Davis, batting from the right-hand side. Irvy comes set, hands just below the belt. Comes in there with a fastball. Swung through. Count goes 1-1. This fourth inning is brought to you by our champion sponsor, Holly Dental Group. Come for the dentistry, stay for the experience. I'd like to thank all of our Prattville Lions baseball sponsors, and Holly Dental, one of our champion level sponsors here for 2023. Thank you for your support. Irvy throws another fastball in there for a strike, counts 1-2. He steps off the rubber here, going to reset. So 1-2 count to the 5-hole hitter Davis. Lions leading 2-0 here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Davis fouls that one off over towards the Prattville dugout on the first base side. Count will stay at 1-2. Irvy's had a great start here. In his fourth inning of work, he's given up 3 hits, 6 Ks, and 1 walk. Missed just outside with that pitch. Count's going to go 2-2 to the righty left fielder for the Warriors, Davis. Warriors wearing black jerseys and white pants. Lions are wearing white jerseys and white pants, and what I like to call their stormtrooper uniforms. And Irvy throws that pitch in there for a strike, a fastball outside that was swung through by Davis. Make that the 7th K now on the night for the junior, Zach Irvy. Very nice start for the junior transfer, getting his first work here for the Prattville Lions. Starts off with another fastball to the Warriors pitcher, Turner, who's batting in the 6th hole for them tonight. Throws left and hitting from the left-hand side. He swung through that first pitch and quickly goes 0-1. Irvy comes to the plate again. Fastball outside. Turner turns that around and hits a line drive through the 6th hole. Out there to Studdard. So the Warriors have a base runner. Trailing 2-0 here in the bottom of the 4th. And the Warriors will pinch run for Turner. So Turner's really been helping himself out tonight. He's had 2 plate appearances and he's had a single both times up. So of the 4 hits that Irvy's given up tonight, 2 of them have been to the Warriors pitcher, Turner. That's going to bring the right fielder Knight to the plate. Number 18, black jersey, gold numbers for the Warriors. Knight swung through the first pitch, finds himself in an 0-1 count. With the Warriors runner on first. 1 out. Warriors are trailing the Lions 2-0 here in the bottom of the 4th. Irby with that low arm hang, going from the right side, comes set to the plate. Nice breaking ball, but that gets through Parker Dick's legs. Comes to the backstop here, and the Warriors base runner will take second base. Oh-2 count to the 7-hole right fielder, Knight. Irby takes a look back to second, takes a second look back there, and comes to the plate. Fastball. Knight just stuck his barrel out there and flipped that one foul. Didn't want anything to do with that pitch, but also didn't want to get rung up on that one. So he just put his hands out there and flipped that one foul. Keeps himself alive against the Prattville Lions junior pitcher, Zach Irby. Irby takes a quick look at second, comes to the plate. Nice pitch, just missed high. Again, Irby's got a quick tempo. Takes a look back at second. The middle infielders break, go back to their spots, and that one's fouled off by Knight, straight back. Count is 2-2 to the Warriors hitter. Irby comes set, working from the center of the rubber. Jolly breaks from behind the runner, back to his spot at short. Batter sticks his bat out there, hits a weak fly ball over to the shortstop, Jolly. He fields it behind second base, steps across second for the double play, and that gets the Lions out of the inning. So Knight kind of stuck his bat out there on that outside fastball, but really didn't swing through it, but he got enough on it that it was just a flare kind of about 10 feet behind second base. Jolly slid over, made the catch. The runner on second took off for some reason, and Jolly stepped across second base for the double play, and the Lions are out of the inning. So after 4, Lions hanging on to a 2-0 lead. We'll be back with the top of the 5th and more Prattville Lions baseball here in a minute.
For well over 50.
Third base line by Jolly. That's going to bring sophomore Mason Piper, left-handed hitter, up to the plate. Mason's 2 for 2 on base tonight. Had a single in the first inning and a walk in the second. Turner taking his time, and Mason called timeout. Get reset. So Lions threatening again with a leadoff runner here in the 5th. Loopy breaking ball there. Missed high. Let's see if Piper can do some damage here. Get these lines fired up. The Warriors catcher in his secondary. Slides to the outside of the plate. That pitch missed outside. 3-0 count to Piper. Lions have been on the verge of breaking this open all night long. Let's see if they can do it here. Turner, working from the stretch, comes to the plate. Belt high fastball outside. Not the pitch Piper was looking for there in that 3-0 count, so now he goes 3-1. Still very much in a hitter's count. Turner, for the Warriors, has given up 5 hits, 3 Ks, and had 3 Ks and then 3 walks so far through 4 innings of work. Now working into the 5th inning for the Warriors. Piper takes a big cut at that pitch right there, but out in front of it, count will go 3-2. Left-handed hitting sophomore with a bright future ahead of him. He's already a big kid, up to 6'2". Here's a sophomore getting his debut start here in the 2023 season opener, and many more to come. This young man's very bright future, as I said. Turner comes to the plate, full count. Piper fights that one off, fouls it away over the third base dugout. Count's going to stay 3-2. Jolly with that leadoff double over there at second base. Lions looking to add a run here. No outs, top of the 5th, leading 2-0. Runner on second. Turner makes a move, throws back to second. Jolly slides back in there, no problem. Everybody will reset. Again, Turner's been, for the Warriors, been dinged around a little bit, but does a nice job managing runners. Very heady, knows what's going on with the base runners. Takes 2 looks back there. Jolly takes a third look, steps off the rubber. As Jolly started to add into that walking lead there after that second look. Turner gave him a third. Jolly was testing. Everybody resets. Turner's in the stretch on the center of the rubber. Comes to the plate after 1 look. Piper swings out in front of an outside fastball. Strike 3. Just looking for the Lions to put some hits together. Again, a ton of opportunities here tonight to really kind of break this open. Just haven't quite been able to do it yet. That's going to bring junior first baseman Landon Summerall to the plate. Right-handed hitter also getting his first varsity start tonight. He's 0 for 2 so far on the night. See if Landon can get something going here. Very, very good hitter. Piper for the Warriors, the catcher, jumps into his secondary. Pitches outside, way outside. Couple of baseballs out, about belt high. He's staying on that outside of the plate. That being the catcher, Piper. Turner takes a look back, goes outside again. Jolly's not really looking to run here. Start off in scoring position. You got your 4-hole hitter up. You're looking for him to put something in play. So Jolly's not really looking to steal unless something goes awry here for the Warriors. 2 looks from Turner. He comes to the plate right at the knees, gets the call. 2-1 count. Now the junior, Landon Summerall, first baseman for the Lions. 1 out. Lions leading 2-0 here in the top of the 5th. Wind still swirling around. Turner takes a couple looks, comes to the plate, and Summerall hits one off the cap over to the first baseman. And that's going to move Jolly over to third, but 2 outs after that 3-U put out there. Summerall swung on that outside pitch, just didn't get much of it. He hit it off the end of the barrel, but it moved the runner over to third. So now with 2 outs, that's going to bring senior center fielder Clayton Smith to the plate. Had a walk in his first at bat, so he's 1 for 2 on base tonight. Turner comes to the plate. There it is. Oh! Smith hit a laser. Looked like it was going to get right through the 4-hole. The first baseman worked to his right about 2 steps, and the lefty made a catch over his right shoulder and just stabbed it out of the air. Ball was hit hard, but first baseman made a nice play and kept that from getting into the outfield and scoring a Lions run. So, once again, 4th time out of 5 innings, the Lions start off with runners on base and just can't score. So the Lions lead 2-0 after 4.5. We'll be back with the bottom of the 5th and more Lions baseball here in just a minute. Champion level sponsor Stivers Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram. Stivers Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram of Prattville, where Price sells Jeeps. The Warriors sending 8, 9, and 1 to the plate this inning. Irby now in his 5th inning of work throws the first pitch fastball in there for a strike to the 8-hole hitter for the Warriors. Comes set and to the plate here for the 2nd pitch of the inning. That one's up. Inside, right above the letters. That one misses count, goes 1-1. The juniors had a great start here. He's given up 4 hits in his first 4 innings of work, 7 strikeouts and 1 walk. 1-1 count to the 8-hole for the Warriors. Comes to the plate. Nice pitch, right outside about belt high, gets the call. 1-2 count now to Spivey, the shortstop, wearing number 10 for the Warriors. Black and gold jerseys for the Warriors. Black helmet, white pants. Irby comes to the plate. Misses low and outside. 2-2 count. Lions in the Stormtrooper whites. White pants, white jerseys, red letters, cardinal cap. Irby comes to the plate. That one's fouled off out of play down the right-hand side. Two count to Spivey, the shortstop for the Warriors. Irby comes to the plate. Great pitch right down the knees. Outside third of the plate. Locked Spivey up there. Another strikeout. That's the 8th on the night now for Zach Irby. That's going to bring the 9-hole hitter, second baseman Scott, up. He struck out in his first plate appearance in the 3rd inning. Irby comes set. Working from that first base side of the rubber. Scott's going to foul that one off straight back and way out of play. Might get a car out here in the parking lot. 0-1 count. Irby comes to the plate. Fastball outside. This just outside. Count goes 1-1. Count. Right-handed hitter. Second baseman Scott. In the box, Irby comes to the plate. Parker Dick sets up outside. Scott gets a piece of that. Line drive foul over the first base dugout, out of play. Count goes 1-2. So this Prattville Lions team, the common thread here, the common thought so far starting this season is this team is deeper, actually, as far as a pitching staff than we were last year with that Area 3 championship team. You've got 6-7 pitchers easily that could come in and throw strikes and work. And the question is, can this Lions offense put together runs not having the power like that 2022 team did last year? You just got a lot of youth, and that remains to be seen. They've answered the question so far, can they get runners on? But we just hadn't been able to push runs across the plate yet. So, and while I was talking, Irby struck out Scott, so there's 2 away now for the Warriors. That flips the lineup back to Bryce Fick, the leadoff. He hits one straight up and back and out of play. So he starts 0-2. So far, game 1 is pretty much right on track with kind of what people thought they knew about this team, at least heading into the season. This team can run, got a lot of speed, just needs to be able to find ways to put together hits and score runs, move runners on the base path. Fick swings on a fastball inside, hits one, a line drive over Drew Jolly shortstop head. That's going to get out into the left center gap, and Fick is going to have a single. As Studdard flips that back in. So another 2-out hit for the Warriors. They've kind of been inverted from the Lions. Lions are getting early base runners and had a little bit of trouble scoring them. And kind of the inverse has been true for the Warriors. They kind of seem to get a couple quick outs and then have found a way to get base runners with a couple outs. And they do it again here in this inning. So the base runner on, Irby flips it over there to first base. Warriors runner taking a little bit of an extended lead. That's going to bring up third baseman Hetzman. He's 1 for 2 so far on the night, and he swings through that one. Dick throws behind on that swing through, and the runner gets back. Nice job there by Parker Dick. You like to see those swing through, bunt through, throw behinds. You get a lot of outs right there when you have a catcher that can manage runners like that. And he almost got the Warriors base runner on that throw behind down there on that swing through. And the Warriors runner's gone. Hetzman, though, swings on it, fouls it off, so the runner will have to go back. Yeah, Parker Dick made a really nice decision on that last pitch. Hetzman swung through it, and the runner on first base was really caught on his right-hand side, about 15, 20 feet off the base. Parker shot it down behind him, and the runner was able to just get back. So if the junior catcher can find a way to manage runners like that, he'll be very effective back there for the Varsity Lions here this season. 0-2 count to the third baseman, Hetzman. 2 down for the Warriors. Runner on. Dick in his secondary slides to the outside of the plate. Oh, and that pitch just missed. It was right around the knees and outside, didn't get the call. So Hetzman goes 1-2. Irby quickly gets back to the rubber. Comes set, checks the runner a couple times. A third time. Really slowed it down this time. Comes to the plate, fouled off straight back by Hetzman. Hetzman's had both of his first 2 at-bats have been like this. He just fouled another one off. He seems to do a nice job staying in there, fighting and trying to find a pitch that he can barrel up. So a nice battle here between the third baseman for the Warriors and the junior pitcher here for the Lions. Counts 1-2, 2 away. Lions leading 2-0. Bottom of the 5th inning. Season opener for the Varsity Lions. Runner is gone. Parker Dick shoots it down. Vance makes the catch and the tag out. Great shot there by Parker Dick. Bang, bang play at second base. And Parker Dick throws a runner out. Nice job there by the junior catcher. And that, through 5, Lions lead 2-0. We'll be back with the top of the 6th here in a minute. Top of the 6th inning. Prattville Lions baseball continues. The Lions will send the 6, 7, and 8 hole hitters to the plate. Junior Parker Dick, catcher, who just made a great throw down to take out a runner to end the 5th inning, comes to the plate now. He's 1 for 2 on base tonight. Had a walk in the 1st inning. Flew out to center field in his 2nd at bat in the 3rd. The Warriors have changed pitchers, and they've gone to the young man that started at 3rd base. Hetzman is now on the mound. He's a righty. Again, a pretty stocky kid, probably 5'9", 5'10". Working now from the right-hand side, so Lions getting a different look here in the top of the 6th. Fastball. Dick doesn't offer. Right about belt high, inside 3rd of the plate. Count goes 1-1 to Parker Dick. Warriors pitcher Turner went through 5 innings, gave up 5 hits, had 4 Ks, and walked 3, and gave up 2 runs to this Lions offense. Hetzman comes in here in the 6th. So it's giving that run down. Threw a fastball to Parker. Parker Dick swung through that, so counts 1-2. Hetzman comes set, working from the stretch, no runners on, comes to the plate. Parker Dick swings on it and fouls it off just down the 3rd base line. Ground ball down the 3rd base line, went just foul. 1-2 count. So let's see if Parker Dick can find a way on to be the 5th leadoff hitter in 6 innings. get on base for the Lions. Right now he's in a 1-2 count. No outs. Lions leading 2-0. Scored a run in top of the first and top of the second. And have had opportunities since, but not been able to add on to that 2-0 lead. Hetzman comes setting to the plate. Outside about belt high, just missed. Count goes 2-2. Hetzman to the plate, way outside. Count goes full. Wind is still blowing pretty hard here. The sun's gone down here at Spanish Fort High School. Wind stayed about the same. Temperature right around 50 degrees and a pretty steady wind here in this season opener for the Varsity Lions. As Parker Dix swings through a fastball there, strike 3. So 1 down for the Lions. It's going to bring Zach Irvey to the plate. He's thrown all 5 innings so far. Junior, wearing number 10, batting from the right-hand side, starting with an open stance. Hetzman comes set, working from the stretch. To the plate, just below the knees, outside of the plate. Ball 1. Irvey lined out to right field in his first at bat and had a single in his second at bat, so he's 1 for 2 on the night. Second pitch. Wow. Called a strike, but the catcher clearly caught it outside of his body. It's at least a baseball outside, but got the call there. So count is 1-1 now to the junior, right-handed hitter. Calls time. You can probably hear the wind swirling here in the mic. Warriors catcher pops up, sets up on the outside of the plate. Hetzman missed there because the ball came back to the inside. Count goes 2-1. Hetzman toes the runner, comes set high up near his chin. Fastball. Irvey swings on it and fouls it off out of play. Down the first base line. 2-2 count. 1 out. Lions leading 2-0 here in the top of the 6th in their season opener, the 2023 season. Hetzman catches the outside of the plate with a fastball just above the knees. Irvey doesn't offer, and he gets 2 strikeouts as he starts his work. So the first 2 batters he's faced, he struck out. And that's going to bring junior right fielder Andrew Hicks to the plate. Andrew's 2 for 2 on base. He had a single in the second inning and was hit by a pitch in the 4th. Hetzman comes to the plate. That ball's in the dirt. 1-0 count to Hicks. 2 outs for the Lions here in the top of the 6th. Only the second inning that we didn't have our leadoff runner on. See if we can flip the script here and get something started with 2 outs. Hetzman comes set high up near his chin. Throws something off speed there. Kind of ball started on the outside third of the plate and kind of had a little bit of run. It was just above Hicks' belt. He didn't offer. Called strike. Count goes 1-1. Right-handed Hetzman comes set and to the plate. Low just below the knees. Hicks leaves it out there. 2-1 count to the righty, junior. Andrew Hicks with a slightly open stance. Piper, the catcher for the Warriors, sets up outside. Hicks swung through that one. It's a breaking ball, and he was just way out in front of it. Got a little bit fooled by that one, and count goes 2-2. So 2-2 count, 2 away. Warriors with a new pitcher here in the 6th. He struck out the first 2 batters, 2-2 count, and he comes to the plate. That one's upstairs, and Hicks is going to go full. That was up near Hicks's chin, and he left it up there wisely. Full count now to Hicks. Hetzman comes set high up by his chin and comes to the plate. Hicks swings through an outside fastball, strike 3. So Hetzman comes in, strikes 3 out. Lions lead 2-0 after 5.5. We'll be back with the bottom of the 6th here in a minute. Waynes.com. Pitch and change for the Lions. Junior Nate Lunsford's going to take the mound, the righty, and he will face 2, 3, and 4 for the Warriors. So this really kind of turned into an important moment here in the game. Lions have a new pitcher in, hanging on to a 2-0 lead, and the Warriors are right in the heart and soul of their lineup. Junior Zach Irvey threw a great game, went 5 innings, gave up 5 hits, had 9 strikeouts, and walked 1. Now junior Nate Lunsford comes in to try to close this one out for the Lions. 2-hole Hetzman is up. He started at third base. Now he's moved to pitcher. He struck out 3 in the top of the 6th, and now he's trying to help himself out. Finds himself in a 2-0 count against Lions junior pitcher Nate Lunsford. Lunsford comes set right about at the belt. Comes in with an inside fastball, gets a strike in there. So 2-1 count. Lunsford battles back here. Lunsford working from that first base side of the rubber. Nice off-speed pitch there. Called Huntsman just confused and guessing. Drops to his knees as he swung through that one. Lunsford battles back to a 2-2 count. Again, what's turned into a pretty big moment here in this game with the Lions leading 2-0. Warriors in the heart and soul of their order here in the bottom of the 6th. Lunsford comes to the plate. Outside fastball just misses. Count's going to go full. So big pitch right here. With a 2-0 lead, you don't want the Warriors to start off with a leadoff base runner. Lunsford going to work here. Comes to the plate. Hetzman swings through another off-speed pitch. Strike 3. Nice work there by Lunsford to battle back and get the strikeout. It's going to bring up one of the Pipers for the Warriors, number 2-8. Catcher. He had a walk in the first inning and had a double in the third, so he's 2 for 2 on base. He hits that one hard out into right field. High fly ball. Andrew Hicks running out just foul territory and can't quite get to it. The ball will get down and everybody will reset. So that ball was hit out there about 285, 290 in foul territory. Andrew Hicks made a nice effort, just couldn't quite get to it. So 0-1 count, everybody resets. Piper working from the, Lunsford working from the stretch here. Belt high set, comes to the plate with a fastball, missed just low and outside. 1-1 count to the catcher for the Warriors. Piper with a slightly open stance. Lunsford comes set at the belt to the plate. Nice pitch right there at the knees. Outside third of the plate. 1-2 count to the 3-hole for the Warriors. Another big moment here for the junior. Nate Lunsford's seeing really his second work for varsity. He came in and threw in Hoover last year for the Lions as a sophomore in a game. Fastball there just missed outside, so count's going to go 2-2. Getting his first work of 2023, junior Nate Lunsford on the mound for the Lions here. In a pretty big moment, facing the 3-hole for the Warriors, holding on to a 2-0 lead. That ball, line drive, out into right field, gets down in front of Hicks. So a hit there for the 3-hole for the Warriors, and that puts a runner on. And the other Piper on this team, I'm not sure if these two young men are brothers or not. 4-hole first baseman, number 35 for the Warriors. First pitch misses just outside. First baseman, Piper for the Warriors, has struck out in both of his at-bats in the first and the third against Irvy. Let's see what happens here. He's in a 1-0 count. Warriors have a runner on first. Lunsford comes to the plate. Ground. In the effort to turn the double play, the ball was thrown down the line, and Summerall could not get to it. And the ball went over and bounced off the wall. He shot it back over to second where Jolly was covering, and we had a bang-bang play over there. But Piper is safe at second. So there's 2 outs because the Lions got the front side of that. And that brings the 5-hole left fielder Davis to the plate. He hits a chopper, fielded by Piper, cutting across, but he's not going to have a throw. And that's going to put Warriors runners on the corners at first and third. So an infield single there for Davis. Just weakly hit, but about 10 feet to the right of the mound. Piper attacked it, cutting across to his left, but by the time he got there, just kind of in no man's land, he didn't really have a throw, so he held it wisely with that runner at third base. So now you got 2 outs, Warriors runners at first and third, And that brings up Turner, the lefty, who is 2 for 2 so far on the night for the Warriors. So the umpires are talking here. Parker Dick is making his way out to the mound to have a discussion with junior Nathan Lunsford as the plate umpire and the field umpire are talking over by the mound. So just kind of reset. The Lions are leading 2-0. It's the bottom of the 6th inning, and the Warriors now have put runners on first and third with 2 away. And this, again, has kind of been a theme. The Warriors seem to have been able to get runners on late, but not been able to do anything with it once they've got them on. The Lions have been able to get runners on early with no outs and have been able to plate 2 runs, but a lot of opportunities to plate more. So we're just going to see how this kind of plays out here over the next inning and a half. And again, a big moment here in this game as the lefty 6-hole Turner comes to the plate. He's 2 for 2 on the night. Plate umpire comes over. He's cleaning off the plate. Field umpire's going back to his spot. Everybody's ready to go. The lefty hitter for the Warriors, wearing a black gold number 12. Junior Nate Lunsford for the Lions comes set. Takes a look over at third. Parker Dick sets up to what would be the outside of the plate for Turner. Pitches out there. 1-0. Warriors looking to advance his second runner over into scoring position. Runner first stretches his lead out. Lunsford comes set at the belt. Parker Dick sets up really inside. Nice pitch right there. About 2 baseballs above the knees. Outside third of the plate to the lefty. He didn't offer. Nice pitch there by Nate Lunsford. 1-1 count. Turner for the Warriors been able to find the barrel, though, in his first 2 at-bats. So big moment here for the Lions. Parker Dick sets up outside. Lunsford steps off the rubber, and everybody will reset. Runners on first and third. Warriors runner on first. A little bit tight right now. Adding to his lead. Parker Dick sets up outside. The runner's gone. The batter swings through the pitch, and the Warriors will have runners on second and third. With what should be a 1-2 count. Scoreboard shows 0-2. Pretty sure the count is 1-2 now with 2 outs. All right, big moment here for the junior, Nate Lunsford. One thing you don't want to do is catch too much of the plate. You're way ahead here, so let's see which pitch they select here. 1-2 count. He takes a look back at second, comes to the plate. Inside, Parker Dick does a very nice job there, keeping that ball in front of him. Parker Dick was set outside. Nate kind of came across his body, and that pitch ran inside and low, and Parker Dick did a nice job working to his right and keeping that ball in front of him. Count is 2-2 now. Big moment in this game. Warriors with 2 runners in scoring position and a lefty up that's 2 for 2 on the night. He swung through it. Ball's right in front of Parker Dick. He throws over, but it's too late. So we got a strikeout there, but Parker lost the ball. It hit his mitt and kind of dropped in front of him, and he couldn't quite find the ball there for a second. So Turner, on that drop third strike, got down the first baseline and beat the throw out. So now the Warriors have the bases loaded with 2 away. Coach Kevin Hall is going to come out to talk to his junior pitcher, and Parker Dick heads out there as well. So let's see what happens here. So a good test here for the Lions. these kinds of things tend to happen when you have opportunities to plate runs. You're gonna get tested. When you don't do it, the Lions really could very easily have several more runs added onto this lead, but just because offensively they just weren't able to put things together. They're holding on to a 2-0 lead here in the bottom of the 6th, bases loaded, so a good test here for the Lions early. And that is going to bring the right fielder Knight to the plate. He is 0 for 2 on the night. Lunsford comes inside. That ball just missed inside because it was just above the belly button, but doesn't get the call, so 1-0 count with bases loaded to the right-handed hitter Knight. Bases loaded, 1-0 count, 2 away. Lunsford, nice pitch right there around the knees, but somehow doesn't get the call there. Must have missed just outside, and count goes 2-0. Count to the right fielder Knight. That pitch misses up and away, so 3-0 count now. Lunsford comes set in a 3-0 count with bases loaded, 2 outs. Ground ball, fly ball, anything like that, get you out of the inning here. Throws us one in there for a strike. Knight doesn't offer, so count goes 3-1. Knight flew out to right field and then flew out to the shortstop in his 2 at-bats. Lunsford comes set to the plate. Strike 2. It's a check swing there by Knight. He went. He's kind of contesting that he didn't go. Umpire said that he did, so full count. Full count, 2 outs, bases loaded. Lions leading 2-0 here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Junior Nate Lunsford in relief. See if we can get a big pitch here and get out of the inning. Lunsford comes set to the plate. Runners are going. That ball comes to the backstop. It's fouled off. Knight kind of made an uncommitted swing. Got the barrel on top of the ball and fouled it kind of straight back. So everybody will reset. 3-2 count. Runner's going to be going on the pitch again here with 2 away. Lunsford comes set, takes a look back, comes to the plate. Runner's gone. Got a ground ball to Piper at third. He fields it clean, shoots it across. Nice pick there by Landon Summerall on the short hop. Nice play, and the Lions get out of that inning. So you had a chopper. Piper slid down about 3, 4, 5 feet to his left, dug that ball out of the ground, shot it across. Summerall scoops the short hop, and the Lions get out of a jam. And we'll go to the top of the 7th. Lions leading 2-0.
This
will send 9 1 and 2 hitters to the plate. Jack Studdard is in the box. First pitch from Hetzman's in there for a called strike 1. Inside pitch just below the letters. Studdard didn't offer. Studdard's 1 for 2 on the night. Had a single in the second, struck out in the fourth, swings through an outside pitch right there, goes 0-2. Hetzman working on 3 strikeouts in a row. He's faced 3 batters. He struck all 3 of them out. He gets ahead here on Studdard. Hetzman just working from the stretch, a righty. Not a lot of velo, but he's so far given these first 4 Prattville hitters that he's faced fits. Hetzman comes set. Piper, the catcher for the Warrior, bounces to the outside of the plate. That's where the pitch is. Hetzman bounces another fastball across. Count goes 2-2. So after jumping out quickly ahead of Studdard, Stone 2 in the dirt, 2-2 count. Hetzman working from the stretch, comes set, up there high by the chin. Studdard left an outside pitch out there that was just below the knees and away. Warriors fans wanted the called strike. Didn't get it. Count goes full. Hetzman comes to the plate. Studdard smokes a line drive that gets out into the left center gap, and he's rounded first. And going to get held up there at first. Nice swing. The ball went about 10, 11 feet to the left of the shortstop on a line. Got out there into the left center gap in a hurry. And the Lions have another leadoff runner on. That's going to bring senior Tanner Vance, and he squares up the bunt. Hetzman set, comes to the plate. Studdard on the run, got thrown out. So Vance squared up the bunt as Hetzman came set. Corners crashed. Studdard took off, and the catcher threw him out. It was not all that close. Probably had him out by 3 to 5 feet there. So that clears the base pass, 1 away. Ball in the dirt. Should put the count at 2-0, I believe, to the senior Vance. Tanner's 1 for 2 on the night. He had a single in the first, sac bunt in the second, and then struck out in the fourth. Count. Vance takes a fastball outside around the knees. Called strike 1. Nine, 1 and 2 up for the Lions here in the top of the 7th. Vance swings through something off speed there. He's way out in front. Been a little bit of a trend here for the Lions tonight. 2-2 count to the senior. Catcher bounces to the outside of the plate. That ball's in the dirt. Count's going to go full. Hetzman comes set, full count, comes to the plate. Vance swings through one. A little bit fooled, he dropped to his knee, and that's going to be another strikeout there for Hetzman. He's struck out now 4 of 5 batters that he's faced. So 2 outs, top of the 7th. Senior Drew Jolly comes to the plate. He's 1 for 3 on the night. And a double was last time up in the 5th. Hetzman comes set and to the plate. Jolly leaves it out there, ball 1. Pitch kind of had some run on it. It was above the knees. Started on the outside of the plate and just kind of ran more off. 1-0 count to the senior, Drew Jolly. Hetzman comes to the plate. Jolly swings way out in front of that one. 1-1 count. One count. 2 outs. Lions leading 2-0. Top of the 7th inning. Season opener for the varsity team. Hetzman comes to the plate, and that one's in the dirt. Two 2-1 count. Jolly sets up in the box, toe in that back corner. Catcher sets up outside, pitches out there. Even farther out, he caught that outside of his body, so 3-1 count now to Jolly with 2 away. No runners on for the Lions. Holding on to a 2-0 lead here in game 1 of 4 in the Hank Aaron Classic for the varsity team tonight and tomorrow. Jolly swings on one, hits it out of play down the right-hand side. Full count. Hetzman struck out 4 of 5 that he's faced so far. Working from the stretch. Comes set to the plate. Jolly swings on one, hits a line drive out into left center gap, and that's going to get down for a single. So Jolly's second hit of the night puts a runner on for the Lions. That's going to bring the sophomore third baseman Mason Piper back up. He's 2 for 3 on base tonight, with a single in the first, a walk in the second. Sophomore lefty. Warriors catcher sets up outside. Hetzman comes back over the middle, and Piper smokes that one out into center, and it's going to get down for another single. So the Lions have flipped the script here. Maybe this is going to work out for them, where we've been starting out with hits. This time, this inning, now we got 2 outs, and we've gotten back-to-back hits. So we've got 2 runners on here. Any runs here would definitely help out our closers here. So we got 1 in scoring position, 2 outs. That brings 4-hole Landon Summerall up. Landon's 0 for 3 on the night. He's been hitting really well leading up to this season, so looking for him to find the barrel here. Keep this going, hopefully, for the Lions. First pitch was a ball. Landon's in a 1-0 count. Hetzman comes set. Piper bounces to the outside of the plate. That's where Hetzman throws it, and it misses, and Summerall's in a 2-0 count. Hetzman comes set, right about chest level, checks Jolly 2 times at second and a third, and steps off the mound, and Jolly slides back over to second, standing up. Everybody will regroup. Hetzman comes set, checks Jolly again. Jolly adding to that lead. Hetzman checks again and comes to the plate. Ball's in the dirt. Catcher does a nice job keeping it in front of him. Jolly's on the run, slides into third, and he's going to stay there. The ball got away from the third baseman. The shortstop did a nice job getting over there because the ball was kind of in no man's land. Shortstop scooped it up about 15 to 20 feet behind Jolly, or behind the third base, and Jolly holds up. Piper, of course, advanced over to second and all that, so the Lions got runners on second and third now. 3-0 count to Summerall. Pitches up, Summerall takes a walk, and the bases are loaded now for the Lions. That's going to bring up senior Clayton Smith. He's 1 for 3 on base tonight. Had a walk in the first inning. Grounded out to the shortstop in the third and smoked the line drive that was picked out of the 4-hole by the first baseman. Pitch is in the dirt. 1-0 count to Smith. Bases loaded for the Lions. 2 outs. Chance to get some insurance as we head into the bottom of the 7th here. Hetzman comes set. Piper's in his secondary. Center of the plate, pitches a little bit outside and up. 2-0 count. So Hetzman, after a really quick start, struck out the first 3, or all 3 he faced in the 6th. And then got another strikeout here to the beginning of this inning, is now all of a sudden allowed 3 runners to get on, 2 hits and a walk. Clayton was in a 2-0 count there. Took a pitch inside. Count is now 2-1 to the senior. Hetzman comes set to the plate. Another pitch in there. Smith didn't like it. It was a little bit low. He left it. Call strike 2. So 2-2 count now. To the senior, Clayton Smith. 2 outs. Bases loaded for the Lions. Hetzman comes set. Piper bounces to the outside of the plate. Smith hits one hard through the 6-hole. Gets out in left field. Lions are on the run. Plate 1. Piper comes across for the second. So Jolly and Piper cross the plate, and Lions bust this one open. 4-0 here in the top of the 7th. Timely hit there by Clayton Smith. And that's what we've been looking for here tonight. Lions have had a lot of base runners and a lot of opportunities here. Season is young, and you like to see that happen right there for the Lions. Build some confidence here. Getting a timely hit. So runners on second and third now. That's going to bring Parker Dick up. First pitch is in there for a strike. Junior catcher is 1 for 3 on base tonight. Had a walk in the first. Flew out to center in the third and struck out in the 6th. Got 2 runners in scoring position with 2 outs. He fouled that one off. Count goes 0-2 to the junior catcher. 4-0 lead now for the Lions. Hetzman comes set and to the plate. Parker swings on that one, fouls it off out of play down the right-hand side. Bounces off the top of their hitting facility, which is out there in deep right field here at Spanish Fort High School, where the Lions are playing 2 tonight. We're in the first of 2. Hetzman comes set to the plate. Inside. Whoa. Right up there by the junior's head. Parker got out of the way of that one. Count goes 1-2. Runners on second and third. Hetzman laboring a little bit now after a really hot start. Misses on that one. Count goes 2-2. This is the 7th hitter now in this inning for the Lions. Hetzman comes to the plate, misses outside. Count's going to go full. So nice job here by the junior catcher, Parker Dick. He's battled his way back here into a full count with 2 outs. Runners on second and third. Lions leading 4-0 now here in the top of the 7th. Hetzman comes to the plate. That one's upstairs. Parker leaves it up there, and we'll get a base on balls. And Lions have the bases loaded again. They'll send their 8th hitter to the plate. And that might be enough here for the Warriors coach, as he's going to make a trip out here and talk to his pitcher, Hetzman. Zach Irvey. I think we have a pinch hitter here. Checking the number here. Yep. So we got Grant Williams now hitting for Zach Irvey. 8th hitter to come to the plate for the Lions here in the top of the 7th. Hetzman stays in the game, comes set and to the plate. That one missed. Low and inside. 1-0 count to the senior, Grant Williams. This is his first at bat of the night. Hetzman, fastball at the knees, caught some of the outside of the plate, called strike 1. 1-1 count now. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Lions leading 4-0. Hetzman working from the stretch, center of the rubber, comes set with the hands at the chin, same exact spot as that last pitch. Got the call again there. 1-2 count now to Williams. One-two count, 2 away. Senior Grant Williams at the plate. Gets a piece of that one, fouls it off. Over the Prattville stands here on the first base side. The count stays 1-2. So pitcher, outfielder, senior Grant Williams getting his first action of the season. Fouls another one straight back. Looking to add to the Lions' 4-0 lead here in the top of the 7th. So after recording 2 quick outs with the first 2 that came to the plate for the Lions, Hetzman's run into some trouble here. Throws that one in the dirt. Count's going to go 2-2. So Williams is the 6th hitter to come to the plate since those first 2 outs. Lions have, as I said before, they flipped the script here. We've been able to get early runners on base and then not been able to push them across. This time we get 2 outs and doing a lot of 2-out damage here. That pitch misses up and away, and now we've got another full count here to Grant Williams. That pitch started up and really kind of on the outside third of the plate and just had some run and just continued to run off the plate. Williams left it out there. Hetzman comes to the plate. Williams swings, line drive out into right field. That one gets down. Plate's 1. Plate's 2. 2 more runs added by the Lions. And they busted this thing wide open here. Nice swing there by Grant Williams. Line drive single out into right field. And the Lions score 2 more. 6-0. 4 runs with 2 outs. Kind of all this pin up runs here, getting them back here in the top of the 7th, I guess you could say. And that's going to bring Andrew Hicks to the plate. He's 2 for 3 on base tonight. Had a single in the 2nd, was hit by a pitch in the 4th, and struck out in the 6th. He's getting his 2nd look at Huntsman now. Huntsman throws that just at the knees and a little bit outside, caught enough of the plate, called strike 1 on Hicks. Huntsman comes set to the plate. Strike two, pretty much the same spot. 0-2 count now to Hicks. Well, good to see the Lions do this damage here in the end. They're going to come away with a win here in the opener now. All but assured with a 6-0 lead here in the top of the 7th. A couple timely hits to score runners. Runners on the corners now. Hicks in an 0-2 count. Huntsman comes to the plate. Now it's about belt high, but misses outside. 1-2 count. Huntsman comes set. Piper, catcher for the Warriors, bounces to the outside of the plate in his secondary. Pitch is low. He throws behind Williams over there at first. Williams gets back. Hicks didn't offer there. Pitch was just off the plate. Piper came up firing down the first base line. Williams slid back in there. Safe. 2-2 count to Hicks. 2 outs. Top of the 7th. Lions leading 6-0. Huntsman comes to the plate. Just above the belt. Missed just off the plate. Another full count. 3-2 count to Hicks. Huntsman steps off the rubber. Looks over to first. Grant Williams gets back. Everybody's going to reset. Huntsman comes to the plate. That's low. Ball 4. Bases loaded again for the Lions. So Jack Studdard, the junior left fielder who started this inning off for the Lions with a single, gets his second at bat of the inning against Huntsman. He hits that ball straight away center field. It's high. The center fielder for the Warriors camps out underneath it and makes the play, and that will retire the side, but not before the Lions add 4 runs here in the top of the 7th. They'll take a 6-0 lead into the bottom. We'll be back with more Prattville Lions baseball here in a minute.
Soldier boy, hey, I got this new dance for y'all called Soldier Boy. Jocking on them, hate them, man. When I do that, Soldier Boy, I listen.
Pitch and change for the Lions. Senior Grant Williams, righty, comes on to close this one out. Those first pitch in there for a strike. And Spivey, who is 0 for 2 on the day with 2 strikeouts, falls behind early. Second pitch, breaking ball. Another nice pitch in there for a strike. Starts right on the center of the plate. Ran to the outside third. Down around the knees. 0-2 count quickly. Williams comes to the plate. That one's in the dirt. Spivey finds himself in a 1-2 count quickly here in the bottom of the seventh. So the Warriors hung in there with the Lions for 6 innings, avoided disaster. So the Lions just couldn't plate runs with the multiple base runners that we had, and then they broke it open and did the damage. Chopper over to Drew Jolly at short. Jolly fields it clean, shoots it across. Nice play from deep in the 6 hole. Throws Spivey out. 6-3 put out. 2 outs left here for the Warriors. And they send their 9-hole second baseman, Scott, to the plate. Scott also 0 for 2 on the night with 2 strikeouts. Williams working from the windup. Fastball, center cuts the plate. Just above the knees, strike 1. Williams working quick. Comes to the plate. Another ground ball to Jolly. He attacks this one, working to his right. Throws it across. Second 6-3 put out of the inning. 1 out left for the Warriors. Going to flip the lineup back to Bryce Fick, the key player we talked about for the Warriors at the beginning of the game. He's their leadoff, their center fielder, and their quarterback, their football team. He is 1 for 3 on the night. He struck out in the first, fouled out in the third, and then had a single in the fifth. Williams missed on the first pitch. Second pitch misses low. 2-0 count to Fick, center fielder. Williams working from the windup, comes to the plate. Just at the knees. Gets a called strike. Count goes 2-1. 2 outs. Lions leading 6-0. Bottom of the 7th. Grant Williams in to close it out for the Lions. Fastball outside. Fick swings through it. Count goes 2-2. Williams going to work. Comes to the plate. That one's a couple baseballs off the plate. Fick doesn't offer. Full count. So Lions have had 1-2-3 inning. 2. Fick hits a fly ball out into left. Making the catch on the run is Jack Studdard. Fly ball, Studdard closed on it, slid to his knees, made a really nice catch out there, and that's going to end the ball game. So the Lions win it. Game 1, season opener for this young team. Broke it open in the 7th. End up winning against the Warriors 6-0. Game 2 was scheduled to start at 6:30. Sure that the umpires are going to need a break, so it's 6:45 here. So we'll come back at about 7 o'clock, give you updates here as to when Game 2 starts. The Lions will get a test here in Game 2 against the 6A Spanish Fort Toros. So a big game here for the Lions. And we'll be back here in a minute with the coverage